Boom! We are off with another episode of Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, here with my boy, captaining a two-person dinghy at the 2028 Olympics. It's Zach Elias. What's up, buddy?
We could do it. We got time on this one. Apparently flag football is going to be a thing. So are we just like strapped for medals? Because like, what are we going to do? Play Iceland? Like who else is playing this game?
We will get into the new events and old events when we get to the Pishadoo candidates. More importantly,
if
Zach,
you tell me that Ray Gunn is Pishadoo, we're hanging up right now because she's delightful.
did you know there was an H in dinghy?
Yeah. I mean, not before I Googled it like a week ago, but as of the start of this program, I knew there was an H of dinghy.
Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. Tuesdays we do it live. Saturdays we post it later. Got a whole gaggle of episodes. We appreciate the love and support. Give us a good rating. Give us a good review. Share the episode. And most importantly, if you ever have to deal with the real estate broker and they know they're not getting their commission, you should tell them, don't worry, buddy. I have a great podcast for you to listen to. It's called Booze Your Daddy because we like when people love us, but we love when people hate us.
We do. They need those fees. Fucking world's making it a lot harder for us.
Got a great episode planned for tonight, but before we get into it, Zach, why don't you tell everybody why you are drinking?
From the Five Boroughs Brewing Company, Summer Ale. Have you had this one yet or not?
I've had a bunch of theirs. It's generally not very good.
I'm sure it's not. But if I by the way, brewed and canned by Five Boroughs Brewing Company, Hampton, New Hampshire.
Yeah. I mean, in Westchester, absolutely.
I was in New Hampshire over the weekend. Under the special agreement with Five Boroughs, Brooklyn. Stop and say hi. Oh, on 47th Street. And Gowanus. I shan't be stopping by. It's a subway desert out there. Go on, E2.
Posted a picture of my son who turned 14 months and is running up a store these days.
No, how's that going?
It's going great.
Now it's chaos. Once they can start walking, and all bets are off.
We have him in a baby gate that's basically our whole living room where he can't really go too far. So it's kind of like entrapment. But, Zach, I went to the store to pick up a holiday 4-pack, 8-pack, if you will, for a fantasy football draft this past weekend. And I just happened to see something that I went, it doesn't matter the number. Give me the goddamn beer. I posted a picture today. We're calling this one, oh yeah!
That's outstanding.
It is.
It tastes like fruit punch, like Hawaiian punch.
It's called, oh yeah, Magnify Brewing, made in New Jersey, fruit punch, sour ale, 6% alcohol by volume. Release the Kraken.
Well, that's incredible. I mean, I should have just had water if I'm up against that.
It tastes like shit.
This tastes like a beer.
Have you ever left out apple juice and it starts to ferment and you take a swig and you're like, well, that is slightly alcoholic? No. That's what this tastes like. Kool-Aid that you opened up and left under your bed for like a year and you're going, am I getting
some hair on my ass? Yeah.
Well, I always wondered when I did that, am I going to get drunk or vomit from whatever has grown inside this bottle?
Yes. Coming to you live from New Jersey with a fat tire, Ron Katz in the house. Hello.
Is you referring to the beer or his left leg?
Could be both. Yeah. Gout will do that.
Zach, I got a good episode planned for tonight, and we're going to do something I don't think we've ever done. You get to start it off. Episode 242. Calling this one.
No invite? What? No invite?
That was terrible.
What? No invite? That's what I do.
That was much better. I actually didn't know the punctuation that you use for this, where I went back and reviewed a lot of texts, and you actually don't text what no invite. Sometimes there's exclamation points. Sometimes there's commas. How would you write that if you really wanted to be grammatically correct?
What, comma, no invite?
Correct.
Question mark, exclamation mark.
I thought that would be bad for our SEO algorithm, so I didn't do that, but that's basically what I thought it was. Zach, I have a story to tie into it, but I want to know the origin, the meaning, or are you just a pain in the ass? Because you do use...
Yes. And because shocking. It comes from nothing. It's not from a show or anything. It's just me. Because also, I usually don't want to be invited, but I sometimes like when people invite me. Please put the ball in my court. So And it's a chuckle every time. There's no comeback to it. So it's just like, what? No invite? Like, what are we not family? That kind of thing. It's just
Have you ever been offended at all?
But someone's not invited me?
Yeah.
No, never once. I don't have to pay for that shit. And that ties into one of my things.
Saw that. We'll get there.
It's a lot for a yeah. That's outrageous.
I'm at the point in my life where when I don't get invited to something, I'm kind of sitting around going like, thank God I was going to have to go there. There was going to be a gift. If there's something that's happening and I really want to go, chances are I was invited, because if you don't want me, I don't want you.
Not A train adjacent, and I can't wear warm-up pants, you're telling me it's a formal event. Like, I don't want to do that shit. It's like I guess 4.5 hours in New Hampshire this weekend. That was fun, actually.
I feel comfortable enough in my own skin that I make parties better these days, and if you don't want me there, I'll take it, dude. I've been to weddings where like I'm the what's his face, Luis Gomez. I make everything 10% better.
You're the straw that stirs the drink.
I am. But
fair enough.
This happened when I was at the end of my run in New York City, and there was a couple softball meetups and kickball meetups, and not my immediate friend group, but other people. And we'd start talking, and it turns out they're engaged. And I start asking all these types of questions about their wedding. And one guy, his name is JC, we'll call him, not Jesus Christ. His name is Jason Cardillo. He said to me, because I was getting very excited for his wedding, and he turns to me, he goes, I hate to be rude, but you know you're not invited, right? And I looked at him and I said, dude, we haven't spoken in 4 years. I'm legit just happy for you. Like, I want to know about it. Why not, right?
I use it almost exclusively in an event I really have no business being invited to. Like your sister's kid's bat mitzvah. No invite? There is 0% chance. And if you call my bluff, I will not show up. Put it on me. Oh, no, you're invited. Come on. There's no chance I'm driving to wherever for that thing. So it's really me more just cheeky.
Has anybody ever got offended by you saying that?
I have no idea. Nor do I care. No, I don't think so. Maybe. Fuck them. No, and I don't generally know if people get offended because I say it for me. It makes me laugh.
On Sunday, I went to my only live fantasy football draft this past weekend.
A week from Monday when I'm back from Barcelona.
When I say live, I mean sticker bitch and all. Like,
yeah.
Okay, cool. And this was a guy who, he's a friend of a friend, but then we became friends, and I love him.
You really have someone do it each round, or you do your own?
5 people remote, so I did a lot of stickers. A lot.
Oh, I would have written kickers in for them. Fuck them.
No kicker, no defense league.
Punter.
So we're there, and his parents, at his house, we were doing a little mini barbecue before the draft, and we had his wife's parents were there with the mom is from Rockville, Maryland. So now I'm just like, let's do this. And I start giving her all the razz, and it's a bunch of like close friends, and I'm being me while being appropriate. And the lady is loving me. At least I think so. And she turns to me and says, you know, I don't remember you from the wedding. And I said, well, that's because I wasn't there. And she said, really? Why? And I said, with the straightest of face, and I meant no ill will, I said, I didn't get invited. And dude, you could drop a pin. It got real awkward. Now, did I not make the cut? Should I have not been invited? It was one of those weddings where I thought to myself,
the mom then go back and say, oh, why didn't you invite the funny guy?
No, I don't know whatever happened.
You should have invited him.
Usually I get a text next day from, so-and-so's mom thought you were kind of a dick, but maybe next time dial it back. And then eventually they love me. And I thought things were going well, but it was just such an awkward moment. And I remember being on the cusp of thinking maybe I should have invited, but I didn't lose sleep. And I legit was happy for the guy. And when he had his wedding, like, God bless, dude. It was 2 less people I had to invite to my wedding. I'll tell you that much.
To Mexico.
For all the free golf.
Yeah,
I swear to you, I'll get you a round of golf at some point in your life. I promise.
Well, it cost you 9,000 pesos.
Is that like $42? Like, yeah,
it was a hell of a lot more than that. Plus rentals.
Okay, well, take it out of the money I didn't pay you to do the officiating. How about that?
Fair, done.
So yeah, dude. Anyway, it happened. It came and went, and like I legit was just like, oh, that got real awkward. So this is when I did my own self-reflection and thought. I thought to myself, should I have not have said that? Do I never say that again? How do you? And then I was like, you know what? It wasn't
shit. You were honest. Was she offended? Or she care?
it just made the situation awkward. It really
was the
did.
guy there, the unoffender, was the uninviter next to her?
Everybody was all sitting on the balcony having a barbecue. Like, we were having a good time. I'm just telling you.
I would have just made it worse. I would have been like, I wasn't invited? Why don't you ask your son?
That's way worse.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I would have said. Why don't you ask him?
Oh, I'm just telling you the mood.
Make him speak it. Oh, that would have been, with a belt.
Well, hold on to your britches because my silver medalist is going to get you there.
All right.
Zach, feeling quirky? Let's get some jerky.
Okay. So.
Okay.
Noah Lyles running with COVID, 101 fever. I don't know if I should be what?
Still
he got a bronze. I don't know if I should be.
He had the nose at the 100 meters.
He was okay then. He had just mild COVID. He had 101 when he won bronze. Meanwhile, I don't know if I should be like impressed or offended. Plenty of people go to bed or my pearls. Plenty of people go to work sick. But the worst part was the guy who had to interview him immediately after at point blank range. Hey, how's it feel to win bronze? Meanwhile, he had to interview about 40 other athletes. Guess what? Congratulations on your gold medal. You now have COVID. Enjoy.
Yeah, super spreader.
Yeah, it was insane. He was doing all the interviews.
Yeah. The 200 event was a super spreader event.
Oh, God, yeah. And then they ran the race with all these Olympics. Jordan Childs having to return the medal from my cold, dead hand. I would have been on the next flight out of there and moved 6 times. Find me.
Although, did you see the bronze that Flava Flav gave her in replacement?
Yeah. But bronze. Not for nothing. Yeah, huge. Not for nothing. A, name another bronze medalist. You can't. So just give the Romanian girl a bronze. Who gives a shit? Or B, find somewhere equidistant, probably like Iceland. Same routine, one shot does it for the bronze. Put it on TV. You both, it's a walk-off. Make them do the same routine. Go. Winner take all for the bronze. It'll be incredible.
I almost talked about this because the craziest part was she got the bronze or disqualified because they challenged the results, not with the allotted win. This is why
I don't have a huge problem with that because there should be a time limit because when baseball takes on the phone, no. You should have 4 seconds to challenge. My eye against your eye, and let's go do it. You go out there, you trot out, you kick the dirt on the French judge or the Russian judge, and just go crazy. Like start screaming at them. That's a challenge. McEnroe challenge. I don't want to go to the videotape.
Okay. 5
seconds. In other just goofy fun sports, you know how like athletes will give each other jerseys and things like that, like at the end of the game. Apparently, you heard this, LeBron.
No, but the fact that you're asking me about athlete trading jersey, I'm offended.
I was asking them, the general public. LeBron sent a jersey just because he can to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the Zlatan, who signed it and sent it back to LeBron. He is the best. Apparently when he went to go to the LA Galaxy, he took out a full-page ad in the LA newspaper and said, "Dear LA, you're welcome." The fucking arrogance on this guy. He is the greatest soccer player.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Dak, I saw a great video online. It was LeBron playing a pickup game or something with a bunch of probably like middle schoolers, but the caption was LeBron in 2nd grade, and he was dominating. Like it basically, like somebody said out there, like just shit all over these kids. Is it LeBron in 2nd grade? I loved it. So
that's
funny.
Pretty good. Simone Biles, birth mom, begs Olympic gymnast for forgiveness. Don't judge me on my past.
I knew nothing about this. I knew nothing about this.
Begging for forgiveness if she was a scrub girl or if she was like a matron in a bathroom. No, it's because she's a celebrity. Do non-celebrity parents ever come back?
Does your dad come back? Mine doesn't.
No,
but no.
I knew. Great. He's got monkey barbers.
I knew nothing about this, and then we went for a walk on Sunday, and Julia started watching the Simone Biles documentary, and that's where it came out.
While walking, that's not safe.
She was telling me the story. I mean, usually she babbles on about nothing, and you're just like, oh, okay, great, cool. Mm-hmm, but she tells me this story, and I remember going like, you know what? Her mom did look pretty freaking old in the stands. Turns out that's her grandmother, and it was a whole foster care situation.
The first time I saw her mom, I thought it was Yoko Ono. I don't know. It's like it was like pictures from far away. I said, "Jenna, check out Simone knows Yoko Ono. That's pretty cool." And she's like, "I think that's her mom." Jesus Christ!
Do you know how bad Yoko Ono looks these days?
About as good as Simone's mom. Yeah, so there's that.
John Lennon's been dead for 40 years.
Yeah, well, couple charges wedding gifts. Guests $333 each in an effort to save money. It said $333. The biggest price tag is typically for the venue, and this would cover 37% of the cost.
$450 was what I heard. $450 was what I heard.
This site, Channel 7 online news, says $333.
Oh, they seem pretty reputable. My source was Barstool. It was some people. They were like,
well, Portnoy can pony up, but that's obscene. I mean, that's almost as bad as airfare and hotel and the preferred lounge and the pillow menu, which I didn't even get, and the free golf.
Would you go?
Where? No.
If it was $450 for the two of us,
it's a piece.
Yeah, I know what I said.
For the two of us.
Yeah.
So do I have to give you a gift too, or can I give you like a lawnmower?
En français. There is zero chance, and the chances of me stealing something at that wedding are just going very high.
All the forks, taking them with me. For $450 total. Who's the person?
You're not curious to. Well, see, this goes back to our original what no invite. If you wanted to be there, then nobody you know that you want to be there for would have sent you a bill. They're like, it's just impossible.
Or I would have paid it because, maybe he needs the money or is a thing.
Then no, you don't plan a $200,000 wedding, Zach. Come on.
It's true.
I've only ever been to one wedding that was probably over 200, maybe 200? Two. If I do the, yeah, we'll talk offline.
No, we're talking right now. Who was it? Call him out.
It was at the pier, and it was amazing. It was a great wedding.
Lucky Pier.
Yeah.
The Eiffel Tower.
But I just know that if he would have charged me money, it would have made me go like, dude, why didn't you just have it somewhere else? Like that was
a cheaper wedding. Yeah. Okay.
You go to Mexico and have your guests pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. That was great. Preferred bar. I had one preferred drink, I think, and it was when I was having a tantrum because my room wasn't ready fast enough for my liking. The tour that the guy wanted to give me would have been endless. How many pesos to just get me to my room?
Have you saved this for 18 months?
No. This is just me recalling me. I don't enter rooms. I don't enter hotels well. You can ask either of your cousins about that. I saw them and Tanta Marlene. I was like a house on fire as I was entering that place. And Senor Frog or whoever was showing me the place was just going on. I just want to get there and get a drink in my hand. Oh my God. Frogs. Yeah, there's that. Apparently, according to the New York Post's health department, even light drinking is harmful to older adults, study warns, from the first drop. So there's that.
Okay.
Bottoms up.
Yeah, bottoms up.
That's right. Okay. So the two astronauts, the NASA people, did you hear this story?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Two NASA astronauts are apparently stuck at the International Space Station because their Boeing, shocking, Starliner, cool name for an airplane, there was a malfunction or a piece. So now they're stuck up there. It is August. This was supposed to be like a 2-week trip or something. They may not get back.
Oh, it's a while, right? It's like years.
Until next year. Until 2025, because NASA can't get them up there or get the Starliner fixed. Elon Musk to the rescue. They may have to take a SpaceX flight home, which means two of these gajillionaires who ponied up don't even get their thing. Yeah, because they need the 2 empty seats to bring these 2 jerk-offs home. NASA can't do this? Like, what?
Why don't they have unlimited seats? Just like, you ever do that, the ride at the carnival, the Gravitron, where it's a big spaceship, and they just have seats all the way around? No.
That is the one ride, and I have a pretty good stomach for rides. That's the one that gets where you stick to the wall, and there's always the one where her hair gets stuck and she's going for 4 hours.
Oh, do not go upside down. Do not go upside. That is my favorite.
Half of them go upside down. I'm not doing that one. I'm the guy.
Did you know that I was a carny growing up? Should we talk about this another episode?
Whoa! Like full on, like you hooked up with the bearded lady. Is that where the monkeys come from? Your carny days?
Dude, they used to have a DJ.
What kind of carny were you?
My mom worked at a carnival like every Friday and Saturday.
The carny.
Yes and no. You want to do this next week? We'll do it. We'll do carnival.
Well, I'm in Spain.
Do you want to? Oh, next week you're in Spain.
That could be your solo episode explaining how you're a carny.
Ooh, I like it. Maybe I'll do a ranking on all by myself of the top 10 carnival things. Yeah, maybe I'll do that next week.
That's pretty good. I mean, the bearded lady is number 1. Did you make it with the sword swallower?
No, not a carny like that. Not like the weird stuff, like the regular rides and whatnot.
I went to one of those in New Hampshire, one of those like fake carnival things where I literally should have lit $5 on fire. I gave it to my friend's 10-year-old, 9-year-old son to knock over the 3 dice with the softball. You could be Randy Johnson. That bottom one's not going anywhere. He hit it too. One of them went flying. The bottom one didn't budge.
I do have legit worries of when Milo gets old enough where he wants to do these games. And it's going to be so hard not to just go, all right, dude, so what is the prize? Blue fluffy bear. I will have this at the house tomorrow for you if we can just keep walking. Like, you will get the prize tomorrow.
What's your favorite of the Carney games?
I literally just said next week's solo episode I'm going to do
Carnival. All right, I will say then my favorite is the one where you roll the ball and the horse race. I like the guy, I like the patter, and I like that you can. It's not easy, but I win sometimes. It was a good race. It was a long game too, longer than the gun into the clown's mouth.
Did you read a program to check the bloodline of the horses?
Sometimes I didn't do very well at Milo's thing. Lost my shirt. I need Zoe there.
We all did.
Lemonade stand kids are making thousands with their summer side hustle thanks to cashless payment. They're taking like QR codes and cash apps, making a goddamn fortune because no one has cash on them. You can charge anything on those things.
Yeah. I got screwed when we went to Nashville 2 years ago and we were at, I don't know, Alan Jackson's bar and they had a bunch of who was up there singing their songs. And then they came around with one of those big plastic buckets looking for change. And the girl looked at me and I said, I'm really sorry. I actually don't have any cash. And she spun the bucket and there was a Venmo QR code. I sent her $1. Sent her $1. I was like, all right.
I don't have Venmo. I don't have a phone. Lady, move it along.
Do you take Zelle? I mean, at this point, come on.
Meanwhile, she made $7,000.
Oh my God.
$7,000.
Do you know I've been meaning to bring up kids with lemonade stands? I go to a house that is one of those, you make a left turn and it goes no through street, which means you can't get out. And when I tell you I make a turn, a cul-de-sac, a turn, and that's where this lemonade stand in, it's so hard for me to be like, guys, you're in the wrong spot. Location.
Yeah. Meanwhile, lemonade stands are a total scam because the parent pays for it. It's a total profit. It's all good.
Again, this is a lemonade stands for me. And when Milo says he wants to do it, I'm going to be like, how much are you trying to make? Here's some money. Let's go get some pizza. Like, I'm not doing this.
Did you hear about the NYC goldfish that's been on all the news? Probably not by you. Mm-mm. There is a fire hydrant that's been leaking into like a tree thing. So some dickhead went to the pet shop and bought a bunch of goldfish. Now it's like this whole aquarium thing with goldfish in this. But the city wants to turn off the hydrant because it's just leaking incessantly. And the bullpen's empty. They're just now at each other. The city wants to like save some water, and literally the town wants to save their goddamn koi pond.
My God,
fuck them.
Do you know how
the goldfish and like call this a day?
Do you know how right wing New Jersey is? You may not think it is.
Yeah,
it's stuff like this that I have to go in and try to talk sense sometimes patients where they're like, did you hear about the goldfish and those libtards in Manhattan? I'm like, yeah, it's not. It's
yeah,
not
there
great.
They are. Yeah, like honestly, go piss in that thing. Like,
yeah.
And it's been on the news. It's like a whole to-do. Anyway, Utah mom in the middle of divorce custody battle kidnaps daughter, 4 years old, and flees to cult compound, according to the feds. Now, she's not bad.
Okay.
For a cult person.
How old?
She's okay. The daughter was 4. The mom is
30s?
Middle-aged.
Middle-aged.
She's going through a divorce. That doesn't say how old the mom is. You never ask a lady their age. 54.
I got bad news for you.
54.
I was going to say, I got bad news, dude. They're going to start saying middle-aged, and it's going to be younger than us at some point, and that's not good.
It already is. Yeah, so it was some fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints type cult.
We are the army of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Cult.
Church is church.
Church is church. Yeah, there's that. So
you want to feel real? You want to feel real old when it comes to sports stuff because we're already at the point of people having children that are in sports. Did you know that Cecil Fielder's Prince Fielder's son, making Cecil Fielder's grandson, just got drafted?
That's upsetting.
grandson.
That's upsetting. So, speaking of kids and stupid stuff, Legos. We all know about who likes those. A fisherman snagged a rare shark, a lost Lego, swept out to sea 27 years ago. He found this thing. It's worth that little Lego is worth about between $100 to $500. I've seen Legos advertised on Facebook for $20. It's a lot more than just one shark.
Was it one piece or are they random pieces? Do you have to build your own shark?
This guy, no, it's one shark piece. This every fisherman you've ever seen found a Lego. I don't know where and how he found it, but it's worth a fair amount. This guy. So
do you know that? Do you know how many people understood the joke you're making about the random Legos? 2 people, and they're both on this spot.
His sister sells random Legos, among other things, on Facebook. Do you know what Waymo is?
Wayne's World? Yes.
Yeah, I saw Crucial Taunt. Waymo robo-taxis are these things in San Francisco. They're driverless cars. Apparently, they beep all night long, and residents are just besides themselves. But there's no way to turn them off because it's iRobot. They're just going off all night as they self-park themselves and back up. The light is red. It truly is iRobot. Look at this fucking thing. It is.
Yeah, it looks exactly like it.
They're coming to life. I would not get in that thing. They're going to kill you. Waymo.
Scary.
So
Terrible.
There's that. That's what I've got.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Zach,
and Joanne noticed your Fu Manchu, which is just ridiculous.
Oh, Joe, who is the biggest fan of the mustache, is always Joe Babe, but we have a wedding this weekend, so I probably got to shave it. Or
she's a mustache gal? Who knew?
I think she's a mustache ride. Yeah, definitely.
How about that?
Zach, it's been a while since I've done a good Hip Anonymous. Yeah, I got to tread lightly. I have a patient whose family owns funeral parlors or some type of business like that. Oh my God. Money. And out of nowhere, so I go to her home. She lives in a elevator doorman building, and we're walking down the hall. We get to the other end of the hall, and there is a parrot off its fucking rocker, just just nonstop. And I turn and I'm like, that parrot, that's a terrible thing to have in a building like this. And she goes, do you want to hear a really crazy story? I'm like, yeah, sure, tell me. She goes, well, not too long ago, we had somebody at the funeral home whose friend gave her a parrot as a present. I said, okay, so what's the catch? She goes, she died of parrot fever. I'm like, that's a thing?
That's not a thing.
You have the Google.
Parrot fever?
Parrot fever. Apparently people are allergic. I said, does the parrot have a fever? She's like, no, it's like an allergy.
Is that like monkeypox, but parrot pox?
Yeah,
parrot
like monkey barber pops.
Those things don't mess around. By the way, I did a deep dive, and he's not wrong. I saw the pictures. I sent you the thing. That was exciting.
I cannot believe that tickled your pickle so much.
God bless Maryland.
Pishadoo of the week. I didn't count my candidates.
What are you watching? I just finished The Gentleman. I watched the movie of it, too, which was pretty good.
I haven't seen the movie yet. No, my Pishadoo candidates was going to tie into my watch.
Okay, go.
Hey, Zach. Hey, Zach, what you watching?
The Gentleman. I got nothing else. I was told to watch Shogun by Kat McCord. No good?
I haven't watched it. It just looks like it's not for me, you know?
Okay. Is it for your wife? She likes all that stuff.
Her father loved it. All right. I think I have 12 candidates here. Let's do this. So the first one is my Whatcha Watchin. I've been watching the Hard Knocks with the Chicago Bears. It went viral. Did you see that Caleb Williams carries a purse around?
No, like a merce?
Yeah,
European carry-all?
Like a purse, like not like a man satchel, like a purse. He's
getting a lot of money weird to put in it
because he was doing like the nail polish thing. It's getting a little creepy. I don't know if I'm for it.
I don't like
Still
it.
Drafted him, but it's getting a little weird.
I don't know. Okay. Joe Namath wore a fur coat. These things happen.
I would wear a fur coat tomorrow. I had the pony. All right. Next candidate, maybe we're the assholes here. How many times have we gone on and on about these women online, shown their hoo-ha, and how ridiculous it's going to be when one day they get older or they got to look back and their family sees everything? Well, this actually I can talk openly because I saw a comedian make a joke about Jenna Jameson, and nowadays when they make these jokes on podcasts, whoever's doing the editing, they'll throw up like a picture or video or something. When's the last time you Googled Jenna Jameson?
I don't know. Today, noonish.
She is 50. She is 50 years old. Google Jenna Jameson.
I know she's unrecognizable.
She is disgusting.
Unrecognizable. I know.
50-year-old?
She's had a train. Just
she's a train wreck or had a train?
The train's going into the station. It's just not stopping. It's just.
So, by the way, the Pishadoo candidate here may be us for saying how people shouldn't do stuff like that. I have heard the argument of, I'm sexy and I'll be this sexy for so many years and I want to show it off just so I have it forever. Maybe Jenna was right for doing what she's doing because she's unrecognizably disgusting right now.
Yeah.
You know what we say, like, for the story? Nope. It's bad. It's real bad.
Well, next candidate Stone was in the room. Not participating, just there.
You're talking about Cliff Clavin?
Not him.
It's a deep cut. Mookie Betts, welcome back to playing baseball. Welcome back to my fantasy team. Do you know that Mookie Betts doesn't stay on the team?
Hold on. Ron Katz just quoted Analyze This, and it was tremendous.
Welcome back, Mookie Betts. Do you know that he doesn't stay at team hotels because he's afraid of ghosts, and when the team travels, he only will stay at an Airbnb?
There's no ghosts in those?
I would think there's way more dead bodies.
That's insane. The whole thing is insane.
Mookie Betts. How about Mookie Mets?
Meh.
Not great.
Whatcha Watchin.
Right. Tavon Austin retired, and there was a whole highlight reel put together. And I remember going, wait. Did he have a highlight reel? So I click. It's 9 minutes long. I click the thing.
Minutes? I would have thought he retired 6 years ago.
It's his highlight reel from college. So, like, Ted Ginn Jr.'s highlight reel from college, I remember watching, is fantastic. Tavon Austin's highlight reel, great. Hey, guys, you're playing against future car salesmen. I don't care what you were doing in college. Show me an NFL highlight reel, and we can talk business.
He's a future car salesman. Tavon Austin Chevrolet. Like, come on.
I'll look it up. How much money, career earnings?
A lot. If he's still doing it, I thought he was out of the league for years. Career earnings?
Yeah, over under $25 million.
Oh my God, way over.
41.
I would have said 42. That would have been my number.
So you're under then. Very good. It's the same way, like, Martavius Bryant just signed a contract. Like, it's just ridiculous. Okay. This past weekend, we had a gift card for the Olive Garden. That was one of those we're going to lose, so we might as well just go use it. We went there. Milo ate the breadsticks. He had some Alfredo. He was doing a great job. The waitress comes with a little iPad thing that sticks up, and you have to do a tip. And the way it works is you, like, scan your finger across. Naturally, I wanted to know how little a tip I can give, which there was a minimum, I think, of like 5%.
Yeah,
then I thought to myself, how high can I go with this? Maximum 200% on a tip at Olive Garden.
Off.
You're saying too much or not enough?
That's insane.
Oh, nobody's ever doing that unless a kid gets a hold of that thing, which I didn't know that it actually correlates with some type of radio waves. I gave the thing to Milo just to dick around with him. Like, this will keep him busy. Next thing you know, our order popped up on the screen and he was about to add a tiramisu. I'm like, no, give me the thing back.
He knows how to score tiramisu. Girls don't like that.
Bitches love tiramisu.
Yeah, there you go. It's that callback.
You know how everybody complains about
land the waitress. They tell you tiramisu and a $200 tip. That gets you home with her.
You know that I love Olive Garden. This is a thing. Do you know what I don't love anymore? Olive Garden. We went there. Oh, the breadsticks are great. It wasn't the food. We went there. The waitress was the problem. She started talking about how her grandkids are so cute, and it just made me really sad. It made me really sad that a grandmother was working at Olive Garden.
I suppose.
Speaking of financial problems, somebody on Facebook Friends with posted something from 1984. It was like the newspaper and who won. It would have been better. Who won the awards and how much things cost. You know how people complain about inflation? Hey, Zach, in 1984, how much did a gallon of milk cost?
A gallon of milk, 62 cents.
$3.98.
How much does it cost now?
Like $4.20. $4.19, I think, at the store. At least my store.
That's not so bad.
Right? What were they doing wrong in 1984 with milk?
Reagan's America.
That's really strange, right? I mean, everything else was obscene. Like gasoline was 60 cents. It was just crazy.
So milk is the one that they all go nuts on. What were eggs? That's the hill everyone's dying on. How much eggs cost?
I didn't look at the eggs. I didn't go to Burger King. So we talked about the Olympics and what they're getting rid of. They're getting rid of breakdancing and wrestling. Wrestling kind of saddened a little bit because that's a cool sport.
What's an original, like,
considering there's
wrestling?
there's no minor leagues for the UFC. Wrestling tends to be a little bit of a feeder that can help that process out.
Cool.
But did you see the thing that was posted that they polled a bunch of, I think it might have been Brits, of things they can do that they would be able to, if you start training right now, you can get into the Olympics. And there was a whole poll.
Team archery. 2-man dinghy.
No. So Dallas Shotton, 1 in 4 Britons reckon they could qualify for the 2028 Olympics if they started training today. Rifle shooting, archery, badminton, table tennis, rowing. The list goes down. Can I just go ahead and say who the assholes are?
Anyone who thinks they can do those things in 4 years. There's no way you make the rowing team in 4 years. It'd be a beast to be a rower.
Rowing, maybe not. Rifling, you might have some beginner's luck, but the rest of these things, there is no way. By the way, table tennis?
Those guys are outstanding. Those Asians are outstanding. Archery, by the way, they don't miss the bullseye, besides like 1 or 2. I'm lucky if I'm hitting the target.
Even like 5% of people thought they could make it in shot put. Are you out of your mind? There's
By
not
the way,
5% of people that are that
You
strong.
and I, every single day out on the dinghy, I think we got a shot.
Quit playing with your dinghy.
Exactly. We need the special shoes. They got shoes for this. I don't know where you buy them, but they do.
I'm friends with somebody on Instagram. We send a lot of videos back and forth. I think my videos are funner than his. Well, the other day I went to go back and watch something that I had sent him, and I was put in vanish mode on Instagram by...
What does vanish mode mean?
Vanish mode means after you send it, after the person sees it, it all disappears.
Because you're sending it tits and ass, and Shelby can't handle it.
Shelby can handle the tits and ass. She'll be just fine.
Shelby can't handle his tits and ass, but not many others.
Terrible.
Sorry,
so, do you remember when I gave Julia lots of shit for buying the Bridgerton creamer, which was strawberries and cream, and it was absolutely terrible?
Yeah.
Well, we always keep a frozen pizza at home. It's always like a good, I don't feel like cooking. I don't feel like
Elio's?
I wish. Julie doesn't think. Julie thinks it's trash. A good pepperoni Elio's is up there for me because I doctor it up anyway with spicy honey and Old Bay, so it ends up tasting pretty good. Well, this past week at the grocery store,
Elio's?
No. Yes. They're doing Deadpool and Wolverine DiGiorno, where it was a shitty pizza with pepperoni, bacon, and sausage. And I thought, well, it's the yellow box promotion. I'll buy it. It was horrible. It was absolutely terrible.
Did you get an action figure with it?
I wish. That would have made it worth the $9.
Why don't companies give toys anymore? A million companies should give you an action figure, a tchotchke.
Reagan's America. That's where we need to go back to.
Yeah, lead-based paint toys and food.
All right.
I love it.
Not at the medals yet. Stay with me. Did you hear about my boy Jaron Duran, who is carrying my fantasy team right now? Did you hear what he said?
2 games.
2 game suspension. Now, here's my take on a player yelling a homophobic slur at a fan. Why are you talking to the fans? I know by the way, the Raz was great. You need a tennis racket next time you go up to play it so you can hit the ball. Is a great burn. Yeah. For him to turn around, how do you not just turn around and be like, dude, I'm making more than you'll make your life right now?
You know how many times I have gotten on athletes and how few times they have actually engaged with me?
Yeah.
I give him credit. I give the guy credit for getting under his skin. The only time I've really had an athlete engage me, I remember this. We were all over Mike Morse on the Giants one game, and we were in the outfield. And he looked back and he gave us a little shit. Guy went 3 for 4 and like torched the Mets. Like he killed them.
It would only if I was getting it,
he just like won the game and like oh fuck. That was like the 5th inning and now it's over.
Bronze medal. Did you know the other day Vladimir Guerrero Sr. was at the game of Vlad Jr. where Vlad Jr. hit a home run, and it was the first MLB home run Vlad Sr. has ever seen in person.
Well, neither of our fathers have seen.
In any level. But at the MLB level, dude, he hits a home run every couple of games. I'm assuming he watched a lot of games on TV. How is that possible? If Milo did anything, I would be at just about every game. If he's a professional player, I'm moving to the city. I'm certainly going to the home games. Come on.
Please, he's hanging out at Perkins trying to score.
Ugh, love me some Perkins.
I've never been to a Perkins. I didn't know what a Perkins was before Tiger Woods.
Silver medal. Tell me you heard about the woman who died in the baggage carousel at O'Hare Airport.
No, but this is really up my alley.
The reason I find this story so great is because you have to want to die. It's not like you're just standing there and the baggage carousel reaches out and grabs you and pulls you. You know she was climbing up looking for baggage.
Oh, yeah.
You know that something happened and it was her fault. 100% her fault.
Yeah.
But
what a way to go.
But the gold medalist was one guy, I think it was at the Cubs game, jumped onto the field to go streaking, and he starts running. And his buddy said, well, there's two of us. Buddy jumps on the field, immediately snaps his leg, is laying there. They had to get a medical cart to go out there. He didn't make it. I couldn't find the video, Zach, but the guy jumped on, broke his leg. They had to bring the cart out, put him on, and drive him to jail because his leg was in half.
That's incredible. That wait, he was naked though, streaking, or like just running across the field.
They now it's hard to find out if they were naked, but they call it streaking just when you're doing it, which we've talked about is absolute bullshit. But
it's ridiculous. If you're not naked, you're not streaking.
How funny is that? The guy jumps on and you're laying there, your leg is in 4 pieces, and you're just like, ah! Why me?
Why? It's pretty good. I mean, that's the winner.
Oh, that's the winner, right? Do I gotta go by these?
That's incredible. Yeah, that's incredible.
Boozer Daddy the podcast. Thanks for listening to tonight's episode. Zach's going away on a vacation. I'm going to keep doing this.
Barcelona. I'm going to be insufferable with the list.
Oh. Well, I was hoping you'd be going to
nil.
I was hoping you'd be going to Colorado, Kansas, or New Mexico because it's tarantula mating season.
Ooh! Never. Ew. What was the second one?
Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico.
Ew. That's not good.
We out.
Yeah.